Did you guys know that TMZ is airing now their documentary called Saving Wendy? And this photo that I have been using on my channel actually comes from it. I've got a video clip that I want to tee up to share with you guys. So basically, Harvey Levin, the head honcho over at TMZ, did an interview with Wendy, and it is just so jarring to see it play out like that she is doing the interview. They've got a camera trained from the outside on her window, and she is just pacing around for this interview. Like, honestly, this is just some groundbreaking television. It's free, by the way, if you want to go ahead and watch it on Tubi. But go ahead and take a look at this trailer that they posted. I hope it doesn't trigger any kind of blocking or whatever, but let's give it a try.
Tell me what your life has been like over the past year. What is it like?
Isolated. Where I am is this place where the people are older. You know what I'm saying? They are in their 90s and their 80s. I eat lunch and dinner in my bedroom. I don't eat out there with the people that live here just because it's so goddamn depressing. There's a bathroom, there's a closet, and the TV, which was purchased by me through the Guardian person.
Are you allowed to go out?
No, I am not allowed to go out. I can call you, but you can't call me.
What about communications? Do you have an iPad or some form of a computer?
I have not. Listen, I've asked the Guardian person for an iPad since years, it seems like, but an iPad. Can I please have my telephone back? Can I please be able to call, my family? What is the problem with me calling and talking to friends of mine? They're not allowed to come in here, friends of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Over the last, say, 30 days, how much time have you been able to spend outside in the fresh air?
In the last 30 days, I went out twice for my teeth. You know what I'm saying? And that would be that.
Wendy, I gotta say, even people who are in prison for murder get an hour a day outside, and you've only been outside in fresh air twice in the last 30 days?
Yes.
Wendy, we are privy to some of the court documents, and your guardian's name is Sabrina Morrissey. And here's what the judge said in this case. The guardian, that's Miss Morrissey, is to permit Wendy as much independence as is practical. This sounds more like a prison than independence.
Hell yeah. Listen, this system has failed. This system has failed from top to bottom regarding this guardian and everybody involved with that. The system has failed. I want my freedom back. How about that?
So there it is. She sounds very lucid, very with it. So what is the reason for putting her under this sort of arrest, it feels like Harvey Levin said, and mind you, although he is the founder of TMZ, which is a gossip website, he also is a licensed attorney, right? And so he's saying, listen, in my opinion, as someone who has studied the law, you have even less freedoms than some convicted murderers. And that is absolutely insane. Again, even if Wendy Williams had dementia, what would justify keeping her in a place like this against her will, not allowing her to have proper communication with family and friends, not allowing her proper access to being outside even? Like, that is just insane. So for those of you who might have missed out on yesterday's morning report episode, but we talked, or maybe it was Friday's, we talked about how Wendy's conservator it had filed for her to get another second opinion on whether or not she's got dementia, and how her court-appointed attorney just filed or is about to file to get the guardianship terminated. And I don't want to get your hopes up too much, because you've got to remember that all of these people kind of are in cahoots together. So the attorney is someone that she had tried to fire. It's not someone that she ever hired personally to fight for her, right? This is someone that the courts hired. So that's already, to me, sketchy. And then her conservator is petitioning a judge who the conservator already put money on her books for, or in her pockets for, right? In exchange for being named Wendy's conservator. So the whole thing, I don't know. I think that this is a performance that they're doing. I think that unfortunately, they most likely are going to reject the plea and claim that everything is as it should be, which I find to be rather disturbing. Feisty Canadian says, what has happened to Wendy happened to my mother-in-law. Her daughter took her phone and other devices, and she had no way to contact anyone. We since found out she also cleaned out her bank account. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. I am so sorry to hear that. And, you know, it feels like that is what they're trying to do to Wendy right now too, right? Like when she was on the Breakfast Club, she said that she only had access to like $50 in her pocket. And why is that? How is that, right? And Feisty, can I just ask you, since your profile says that you are Canadian, is your mother-in-law Canadian as well? Like that happened in Canada? Like this isn't just a thing that happens in the US? Meanwhile, East Awesome says it sounds like they placed Wendy in a normal high-end US nursing home. My dad was in one. They would accidentally wash his cell phone when he annoyed them. And how many times do you see videos like this, right? Of like elderly people being abused, manhandled and whatnot, even hit in elderly care homes. Like what happens there is an atrocity. And, you know, I hate that some people are forced to live in those sorts of homes. It's not good. And so whether or not you personally like Wendy and like what it is that she did, how she reported the news or whatever, but I don't think that should come into play about whether or not you can feel empathy for her. And I think that, you know, even from a selfish perspective, that should worry you as a person, that this can potentially happen to you. If it can happen to someone as rich and as powerful and as visible as Wendy, who is able to call out the system on this level, it most certainly can happen to you, you know? Summer Breeze says Bruce Williams has dementia, but nobody exactly. You know, this is something that we definitely have mentioned before. You know, it seems like this is something that they use to target women specifically. Look at Kanye West, the way he is spiraling, crashing out, praising all sorts of just disturbing ideas and like Nazism and terrorists like what's his name, Adolf Hitler and whatnot, yet nobody is rushing to get him committed or anything like that. It's a very, 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 very sexist system. Okay. And yes, Star, I'm going to go ahead and star this so that I can, pun intended, so I can go ahead and watch it. In fact, I'm going to put this in I'm going to take a picture of this so that I could put it in my Netflix watch list, because you did mention this movie before and I didn't get to watch it, but I definitely want to watch it, you know, just because I want to have a deeper understanding of what exactly it is that is going on here and why they think that it is justifiable.